You really truly don't know a person until they don't get what they want.
Jeannie Mae is reportedly devastated that her husband Jeezy filed for divorce.
Knowing what I know now about who I married, I wouldn't have married him.
But should she have seen this coming?
I never thought he would be the one to prove that to me.
Jeezy's baby mamas warned her when they spoke out about how he's a deadbeat dad and a toxic partner. So why did Jeannie think their relationship would be any different? Here's what Jeezy's baby mamas have said about him. A source talked to Page 6 last week to share how Jeannie's been doing since the separation. The source said that Jeannie still wanted her marriage to work and wanted her family to be one solid unit. The source added that Jeannie still deeply loves Jeezy and that getting divorced was not part of the plan for her. Apparently, this was not how Jeannie ever imagined things would go down. But why not? After all, Jeezy has a long and messy relationship history with all his baby mamas. And some of the drama that has gone on between him and his exes is really shocking. Before the relationship went south, Jeezy and Jeannie had a baby girl named Monica Jenkins. But did you know that Jeezy has 3 other kids from previous relationships? And some of them got really tangled up in their dad's baby mama drama. Jeezy's oldest child is Jadarius Jenkins, who was born on June 18, 1996. Jadarius was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and he is the son of Jeezy and his ex, Tanisha Dykes. Tanisha has tried to keep a pretty low profile since her relationship with Jeezy ended, but some outrageous claims from Jeezy have brought her name to the spotlight more than she would like. Tanisha's social media platforms show that she has a close bond with her son. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the same can be said for Jadarius and his dad. Jeezy has publicly claimed that Jadarius' close relationship with his mother has negatively influenced him. It's been reported that Jeezy believes Tanisha has been turning their son against him, but there might be another reason why the two of them aren't exactly close nowadays, and it could have something to do with a scandal that drove them apart in 2012. According to a police report, in September of that year, Jeezy actually attacked his son and even threatened his life. This came after they got into a massive argument when Jeezy called his son out for his supposed punk attitude. They started screaming at each other, and what allegedly happened next was completely crazy. The police report shared a pretty horrific quote that they claimed Jeezy directed at Jadarius. Supposedly, Jeezy told his son what he was going to do to him. The threats that he made were described in later reports as terroristic. Jeezy was reportedly arrested and charged with false imprisonment when the altercation got seriously out of control. It was alleged at the time that Jeezy threw Jadarius into a glass shower door during their fight. This caused Jadarius to suffer an injury to his head. Obviously, everyone was disgusted to hear that Jeezy behaved this way towards his son, but Jeezy has since given a very different description of what happened between them. He denied all claims that he physically attacked his son. Instead, Jeezy said that he shoved Jadarius in self-defense. Jeezy also denied that he said those awful words that the police reported he said to Jadarius, but he did say that he used some pretty rough language toward him. He stated that he told his son that he brought him into the world and he could get him out of it. And honestly, this was pretty much just as bad as what the police accused Jeezy of saying. According to TMZ, Jeezy also managed to drag Tanisha's name into the controversy. He claimed that she actually set the whole thing up to get him arrested. Sources who spoke to TMZ claimed that Tanisha had already brainwashed Jadarius against his dad, and that she was simply trying to squeeze every penny she could from Jeezy. So it's not hard to imagine why they're not exactly on good terms with each other these days. Unlike Jadarius, Jeezy's second child, Shaheem, has never caused any headlines. In fact, he's kept so private that his exact age has never actually been confirmed. Several media outlets have put his year of birth as sometime between 1996 and 1999, which is obviously a pretty vague guess. Even more shockingly, it's not actually known who Shaheem's mother is, although it has been rumored that Jadarius' mom, Tanisha, is also the mother of Shaheem. However, there has never been any kind of proof to back this up. And from what Jeezy said about Tanisha after his insane fallout with his first son, I would be shocked if it came out that they had a second child together. After making the news for his wild claims against his first baby mama, maybe Jeannie should have paid more attention, and she definitely should have paid attention to what happened between Jeezy and his next baby mama. Their falling out was insane. Jeezy had his first daughter, Amra Noor Jenkins, with fellow musician Mahi. Mahi and Jeezy first got together in 2010, and after Amma's birth, her parents actually got engaged. However, in 2018, the engagement was broken off. This happened after Mahi found out about Jeezy's affair with Jeannie. After they broke up, the former couple got involved in a messy court battle. Jeezy first brought up a custody case in 2019, which was eventually resolved. According to the arrangement, Jeezy would spend an incredible $30,000 a month on school expenses. On top of this, he would owe $7,500 a month for child support. After Mahi accused Jeezy of missing a child support payment, they were back in court. She claimed that she missed out on payment for the third time in a year and that Jeezy owed her at least $10,000 with interest. According to reports, Mahi actually asked that Jeezy be jailed until he paid what he owed. She also asked that both herself and Jeezy enroll in co-parenting classes to improve their communication. In response, Jeezy gave an explanation for Mahi's actions that left her furious. He claimed that she'd only brought them back to court because she was jealous of his engagement to Jeannie. He claimed that Mahi's new demands were part of a vindictive and malevolent response to hearing the news. He described his ex as being livid when he ended their relationship, and he went even further in an attempt to discredit Mahi. Jeezy accused her of harassing him, and he also claimed that she suffered from manic fits. During one of these incidents, according to Jeezy, Mahi actually threatened Jeezy's life. In court documents obtained by Gossip, Jeezy revealed that he feared for his ex-fiance's mental state. This really should have raised a couple of points. It showed once again how volatile and potentially dangerous things could get in a relationship with Jeezy. The other point was that Jeannie and Jeezy's relationship was super chaotic from the start since they first got together when Jeezy was with somebody else. So how could Jeannie have believed that her time with Jeezy would be any different? When news of their separation first surfaced, legal documents filed by Jeezy revealed the truth about what has been happening between them. The documents state that the former couple are currently living in bona fide state of separation and that their marriage is irretrievably broken with no hope of reconciliation. A short time later, Jeezy shared a post on social media in which he revealed how he felt about the separation. The post was a picture of the rapper posing next to a luxury car. In the caption, he wrote that he was too focused on who he was becoming to focus on who's not coming with him. Obviously, this seemed like a pretty cold statement so soon after his breakup with Jeannie, but it seemed even colder looking back at the last time Jeannie talked about Jeezy on Instagram. After the release of his memoir, Jeannie spoke out to praise Jeezy for his success. After calling him baby, Jeannie said that the book was not just a statement to his literary skills, but it was also recognition of Jeezy's ability to inspire through the power of storytelling. It was pretty crazy to hear such glowing praise and love from Jeannie, knowing that just a few days later their marriage was pretty much over. But honestly, there was plenty of evidence from Jeezy's other baby mama that should have made her worry. But what do you guys think? Was Jeezy right to talk so openly about her love for Jeezy? Should she have seen this whole thing coming? Let me know in the comments below.